Elijah Kelvin Morongi, and this is the platform. So I want to welcome you in this particular year, that is 2024, the year that we hopefully think is going to be very, very exciting in the political space. But also, we cannot be in position to start the year before we reflect on the things that defined 2023. So tonight on this particular show, we're going to be diving into the major highlights or the key highlights of the year 2023. We get to understand what are some of the things that made rounds in the news, on social media, on those spaces, and also what are some of the things can we be in position to do, to drop, or to continue doing come 2024, or in this particular year 2024. All right, now for now, we're going to be going for a very short commercial break, and on return, I'm going to be in position to introduce to you the guests that we have on this particular show tonight. The platform returns.
Welcome to
Massage is the practice of kneading or manipulating a person's muscles of tissue in order to improve their well-being, or health. Manual therapy that includes holding, moving, and applying pressure to the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and fast. And at Urban Massage Parlor, we do this at an affordable price.
Welcome to Urban Massage Parlor and Spa. Dear customers, we are now open.
Practice of kneading or manipulating a person's muscles and other soft tissue in order to improve well-being or health. It is a form of manual therapy that includes holding, moving, and applying pressure to the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and fascia. And at Urban Massage Parlor, we do this at an
Right, welcome back from that commercial break. My name is Elijah Kelvin Murungi, and this is the platform. So tonight, we're going to be joined by guests, but for now, we have our guest, and our guest tonight is the Honorable Lennox Mugume. He's holding quite a number of titles. The last time we had an engagement, last new one is an apostle. Yeah, but also I know the background comes from the political spaces and the political spheres, so I'm not very surprised that we are having him on this particular episode of the platform. So Lennox Mugume is under a party that is NEED. I do not want to misinterpret NEED, but one thing I'm sure of is that NEED is led by the Honorable Kabuleta Joseph, who is from Hoima. Mr. Lennox, you're welcome on the show. All right, maybe you can take the absolute honor to be in position to introduce yourself to the viewers today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am honored to be on the platform. Lennox Mugume is my name.
Okay.
I am born of Hoima. Born of Hoima.
Oh, wait, a born of, okay, born of Hoima, that is new for me.
Anyway, initially, the very year that I was born, it was in Masindi.
Okay.
But later it was carved out to Hoima. So I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah. You might have to do the introduction again. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am honored to be on the platform. My name is Lennox Mugume at work.
Okay.
Yes, I am a pastor, an apostle. I work with Beloved Church
Okay.
International. And in Masindi, I am the Secretary General for all the pastors in Masindi.
Okay.
And also sit on the regional team that leads the Bunyoro region.
Okay.
In the Pentecostal churches there. Then again, I am a politician.
Okay.
I'm a politician. Apparently, I'm the regional governor. Okay, I would be the vice president in charge of Bunyoro, but in our setting, the title is governor.
Okay.
Of
In
NEED.
the setting of
Of
the setting
NEED.
of NEED, yeah.
So NEED is National Economic Empowerment Dialogue, and it's a new political party.
Okay.
It's a new
National Economical
Empowerment
Dialogue. Okay.
National Economic Empowerment Dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah, and the president is His Excellency Joseph Kabuleta from here, like you did say. Yes, but as I am growing up,
Okay.
and even when I was young, I've been a cultural enthusiast. I love culture. I serve Bunyoro Kingdom, and apparently I am head of the Amachum. Amachum, these are supposed to be
The arrows.
not the arrows necessarily.
Oh, I'm doing a direct translation
not even
of.
the spears as it would be.
Oh, okay.
But these are supposed to be the cultural guards. The cultural guards, formerly called as Barusura.
Barusura, yes.
Yes, so I've been the coordinator for the last 3 years. But I'm also the coordinator, the representative of the Satito Winyi royal family.
Okay.
And that royal family, apparently, that is where the king comes from. He is an heir to that family, and he's the one who is on the throne as king. So that is the family that I represent.
Okay, my grandmother, I think we need to discuss more after this particular show, because my grandmother is from that family.
Oh,
Yes, she was from, because she's not here anymore.
yes. That is it. I'm a family man. I have children.
Okay.
And a grandchild who has now
Wow.
gone to P2. My grandkid has gone to P2.
Okay, so when we are speaking in terms of age, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because by the time you really have a grandchild who is going up to P2 class for the Ugandan setting, and then COVID-19 somewhere there.
I should be an elder.
Yeah, you should be an
I
elder,
am,
of
I
course.
am.
All right, Lennox, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Our viewers that are watching us live on Elkem TV, we're going to be joined by Emeritus Mayor, that is Joshua Omuiruntu. Joshua Omuiruntu, we're going to be having him on this particular show. But also later, we hope to be joined by Kiota Sobora Fenhansi, who communicated earlier because of the meeting here and there, but he will be joining us shortly. Now, we're going to be discussing what events defined the political arena of 2023. And then moving forward, we want to understand what are some of the things that we can continue to do in 2024 for us to be in position to have a better Uganda. For now, we're going to again go for a very short commercial break, and when we return, we're going to be diving into the gist of the conversation. The platform returns.
Welcome to Urban Massage Parlor and Spa. Dear customers, we are now
Massage is the practice of kneading or manipulating a person's muscles and other soft tissue in order to improve their well-being or health. It is a form of manual therapy that includes holding, moving, and pressure to the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and fascia. And at Urban Massage Parlor,
welcome back from that commercial break. My name is Elijah Kelvin Murundi, and this is the platform, of course, where expression is guaranteed. Like we mentioned earlier, we're going to be joined by Emeritus Mayor Joshua Amanyire. He's right here with us in the studios. So, Joshua, you're welcome. Mayor. The name Joshua is not quite familiar with me, but we shall be in position to use the other one of Mayor. So you can introduce yourself to the viewers.
Thank you so much, our dear viewers. I'm Joshua Amanyire Kiza, Emeritus Mayor and Bishop, Christian Life Church, Regional Coordinator, Bunyoro Region. I welcome you. God bless you.
All right, Mayor, before you shift the microphone, one thing that I've realized our viewers in common, we have church, church and politics today on this particular show. So while he is the apostle of beloved Christ Church, and I am also having Mayor who is the church has gone.
Christian Life Church.
Christian Life Church.
Yes.
All right, I think we have God on this particular show, and I hope the conversation or the discussion we're going to be having here is going to be a fruitful one. So you're welcome on the show, Mayor.
Thank you so much.
All right, let me shift to the Honorable Lennox Mugume. So we've seen 2023. Yeah, a lot of things did happen, and we are glad that we made it to 2024. But just before we give or we do a wave of 2023, what do you think are some of the political events that were quite significant in 2023, in your opinion?
In my opinion, 2023 was full of a lot of politics.
Okay.
Politics and politicking. Despite being in the middle of the political space, or the political tenure, but there was a lot of politics, especially for me.
Okay.
I am both from Masindi, but also from Hoima. So I have serious interest in Masindi, but
serious
also
interest
in Hoima. So personally, I was busy throughout. So in Masindi, basically the district, because that is where my interest is, was shrouded with a lot of politics, a lot of battles, including fist fights.
Physical ones.
Physical fights over issues that would otherwise be social. But I think it was bad politics at play, which still comes or which still extends up to date.
Okay.
So I cannot say that the politics was good, especially for Masindi. It has been bad at local government level. But I think the parliament at that level, I think there are no major issues. They were doing their part, and they seem to have a lot of cohesion. They were working together.
Okay.
And but being that they all together, they represent the body politic of Masindi. So I think we cannot say that there has been a lot of sanity here, and that is for Masindi. Now for Hoima, we had an unfortunate bit that coming to 2023, we had lost the chairperson, the chairman. LOC 5.
Yeah, that's right.
So that there was that gap and that anxiety. And apparently, I also got involved directly.
Directly. You stood, actually, you were a candidate.
I was a candidate in that space. So it was a very busy year.
Okay.
It was a very busy year for us, politically, especially. And the winner had it. The winner.
Yeah, of course.
Had it, and we were like 5. But my interest and passion was to communicate. And to bring out what actually we needed as a region, because my major interest is the region.
The region, yes.
The region. And I think we did that. And what I realized is that there is no difference between the issues in most of all these districts.
Okay.
Be it the fights, be it the challenges, be it the financial constraints, be it whatever, be it the whatever, they seem to be sharing almost
At the same.
similar issues. So basically, it was not a very good ride
Okay.
politically. But as we ended, I think there was some sanity in Hoima, especially now that there was a chairperson
Okay.
elected, but also in office. And in Masindi, there also seems by the time we ended the year, the battles seem to be a little bit coming down,
Okay.
though not ended totally,
Okay.
because those issues are still there here and there, especially the politics surrounding the university, Bunyoro University,
Okay.
the land issue.
And where? I don't know. The last conversation I had was so much of a struggle of where.
Where?
Yes. I don't know that
university
if
should
that
be.
is settled.
And that
now.
is not sorted to date. Because people from Kinyandongo would desire that it is in Chigumba. Us here in Masindi, we say, oh, better in Masindi, if not Kihonda, Kayanja, but all both the lands are in dispute. In Hoima,
Okay.
we desire that it is in Hoima, but even in Hoima, where exactly is another issue. There is Bulera, there is the other land that was given, which is apparently in Chukube. And there seems to be no agreement still,
Up to date.
no consensus. So that politics seems to be carried forward to 2024.
24. Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to be having a conversation about this.
That's right. Yeah, so basically, it has been a lot of politicking
Yes.
and politics.
Okay. Now, that is from the region. Yeah.
From the region.
Now, when we go to nationally, what are these things that you had interest in?
Nationally, it has been almost business as usual. Because what comes out, unfortunately, what comes through so much are the issues of controversial issues. But this is also politics, because I believe sugarcane is politics.
Okay.
I think when we started 2003, I attended a certain show on TV somewhere, and we were talking about issues concerning sugar. Yeah, the politics of sugarcane seemed to be benefiting the farmers.
Okay.
Not so much, but better than many other years back. Yes, the politics of sugarcane, much as there are still issues, because sugarcane is a key thing. There are other governments elsewhere that have fallen because of sugarcane.
Yeah.
We hope that doesn't occur here. But issues are still there. Politics and sugarcane, they are still there, occurring. And basically, also the scandals.
The scandals in Parliament and
scandals. We had that was almost taking over everyone, and a lot more defended. Many defended themselves. I don't know whether clean or they are still dirty, but to me, it's not different from what has been obtaining in Uganda, and probably what we are about to see. Yeah, that was not something. So it came out, but to me, it was a usual thing.
It was a usual thing.
Then the politics of money, PDM, and other government programs that maybe are well intended, but to me, I don't seem to see them take shape or probably benefit the local people. So that politics also, something that is intended for good, ending up being a scarecrow for people, especially for the young people. And to me, there has not been a difference. That is how I've seen that program, especially PDM, because as many were getting the funds, hopefully, there was also the threat of imprisonment and that. So it was not a smooth ride. in terms of government programs, and especially that.
Okay.
So 2023, if I would rate it politically and economically.
Let's start with the good. The good on a scale of 1 to 10.
The good, I think I rate it at maybe 4.
4 out of
4
10.
out of 10.
Okay. Then the bad.
The bad, I think the bad still goes to 8, because maybe if I could also say,
does it mean if the other one was a 4 out of 10, this one is a 6?
if I could also say, last year was the year when my father got seriously sick, bedridden. I had to, so he gave me a chance to go through the health system, public and private hospitals, up to Mulago, where I was, I think, for 3 weeks before I lost him and then brought him home.
Okay.
So that was how it was. But my interest was seeing the gaps also in the health system. There's a lot to be desired, but also socially, I think it was a bad year. Losing your father.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So that's it. So rating the bad things, I think 7. 7 out of 10.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, the Honorable Lennox Mugume, for that highlight. And now, Mayor, I will be throwing the same question to you, because it is very, very important as we start this particular discussion. We get to know the highlights, the key highlights of the major significant events that happened 2023.
Thank you so much. I think I will also crawl a bit outside the country. I will begin from within our vicinity,
okay,
then national, and then regional and international. And 2023 has not been an easy year. Being an odd year, it hasn't been easy. Sometimes odd years are not easy.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, I will not I will not be chronological enough, but I will mention as it comes into my brain.
All right.
We have had opposition getting divided, especially FDC.
Yeah. I actually thought Honorable Lennox would be in position to talk about the division.
Is he a member?
He's not a member,
Okay.
but I thought maybe it is an opportunity for them to fill in the gap.
We that's when we get the Katonga faction and the Nkumbi faction. Throwing the blame game, each one saying, the other one are saying you are getting aid from NRM, Najanankumbi, and the Katonga says for us we are the original and Bogebo, we cannot change, and we see them being divided.
Okay.
We also see the opposition in parliament walking out, demonstrating their rights by walking out, demanding to have their colleagues who had been arrested and detained in unknown places. Yes, either detained criminals or detained opposition. We don't know, but they were detained in unknown places. We see the parliament opposition walking out, and we also see the leader of opposition handing over office to another person, Puga handing over to Senyonyi.
Joel.
Yeah, so those are some of the political things that we see. Then we also look at when you come to the district here, as he has mentioned, there were a lot of battles.
A lot of battles.
And called for, and I was also involved. I was called. Okay. I'm chairman. Elders and opinion leaders.
Okay.
To meet, I came in to mediate with the Minister of State for Public Service, and my role still continues. So you see a lot of dirty games in the district.
And you see what is funny enough is the young people. It's really involving the young people a lot.
And when you look at the causes are so selfish. They are not for the people, but they are just for individual causes. and it doesn't interest anybody to. Yeah, we see a lot of them at the district, at the municipal. We see the municipal also bringing in some kind of confusion, the multiple tax burden to the people. This by one called James Venture to come and
the rubbish.
Collect rubbish. This man was not did not go through the right procurement procedures. And the people are paying tax which are meant for those services, but and until some of us had to come in to rescue the situation. We look at, as he has mentioned, Kadi Jr., him being sworn in as the chairman. I think this is
LC5.
Chairman LC5. I think this is the youngest chairman. Yeah, I don't know for what reasons, but the government was interested in him.
Okay.
Yeah, there were other people who were capable and more capable. The Lennox group and the
maybe
others.
because it's a government that gives opportunity and chance.
Well, I'm not here to judge. I'm not an adjudicator, but the game was unbalanced. I beg to stop there on that. And then we also look at the anti-gay bill being passed, the law. It was passed, I think, in 2023.
Yeah.
Although it was being challenged by a few individuals, but hopefully they will succeed.
Okay.
Then we also look at the MK wave, the Mohozo wave. It was so great, everywhere.
I hadn't wanted us
celebrations.
I hadn't wanted us to.
Yeah, but he has come down. I want to salute him because if there are people who are obedient to their fathers, Mohozo is, because he has succumbed to. He has listened to the father because the father is still on, and the wave has cooled down. So it was really so hot, 2023.
Okay.
Then we look at the eviction of the Bararo from the in northern Uganda, which was also very contentious. It was so political and tribal.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we also look at Israel and the Hamas war. It also began in 2023,
Okay.
which is purely very political. And we see Israel being attacked for the first time, losing such a kind of number which they have never lost in a battle. And we see them in the retaliation. They have also killed a lot of people, which has now turned into a genocide. And okay, we also look at the attempt to create, I mean, the Mabat saga, you talked about it, the Prime Minister's office. We see some ministers going into jail, like Nandutu and others. We see the ADF intensifying the bombings in Kampala, in Kasese, in Kamwenge, a lot of people dying. We also look at the Bunyoro University saga here, which has created a lot of questions and a lot of question marks. Yeah. Then we see the travel embargo, sanctions on some key government officials, and Uganda being kicked out of the AGOA, and the World Bank also ceasing to offer loans to Uganda. Then we see our Nabanja also in confrontation with the former Secretary General of NRM when they went out for the international conference. This one is disowning the other. So there are a lot of chaos, political situations, and it was not. Some of them were not palatable. Yeah, majorly they are not palatable.
Okay.
And if I were to
rate
grade them, I would. We talked about the PDM. PDM is one of the positive events that people have enjoyed. The people have benefited from PDM.
Particularly
they have
people
misused the money. You know, sometimes government does its work, but the role to change, we need some change agents. The problem with government, they dish out resources without creating potential change agents. So when people get resources, they divert them.
Okay.
We see people diverting them to drinking orgies, marrying other women, multiple women, pornography, polygamous. So they misuse the money. But the problem is government should train the change agents before they dish out resources.
Okay.
Yeah, we see also some religious changes. We have had almost the Kampala, the Gaddafi mosque almost being sold until the government intervened. We see there are battles within, they are still going on. The Mufti and the other factions want to. We
And
see
High
the
Court
Church
and
of
all that.
Uganda being taken to court in Luwero when the other bishop was supposed to be sworn in, and so a lot of things have
Yeah, a
taken
lot of
place.
things.
Yeah, we
So-
see the kingdom here, even in our kingdom. I think right now we don't have ministers in the kingdom. It is only
Including the Prime Minister.
Yes,
Okay.
and the attempt to appoint ministers has been it has been rendered futile because of the battles between the royal clan and the outsider beneficiaries.
Okay.
Yes, so all those events have taken place here. And then geographically here, environmentally, we see a lot of floodings. We see our bridges here, floodings.
So that
destroying
puts a
because of
question
crops.
on government works.
Yes, it affected the local man's household income. People's crops were swept, transport fares were hiked because people had to divert their routes.
Okay.
Like the Hoima people had to go through Masindi. Yeah, such a kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, the Honorable Mayor and Joshua Amanyire. Our viewers that are watching us live on Elkem TV, thank you so much for keeping it live on Elkem TV. This is the platform, of course, where expression is guaranteed. So today we are diving into the major highlights of the year 2023, and we're getting to understand what are some of these things that made a lot of impact or a lot of meaning in the year 2023, but also moving forward, what are the things that we can be in position to see that we have a better country come 2024. Let me get to the Honorable Lennox.
Yes, please.
Honorable Lennox, we're going to start it from home. We're going to pick it from Masindi district. What do you make of this whole saga at the Masindi district local government when you see the young people that we hopefully think the future of this country while they are there doing doing the opposite of what we expect of them?
Yeah, my response is a little bit mixed. I have mixed feelings because, like I said, I have interest. So I've also been trying to scan through what is the issue.
Okay.
What is the issue? And if I can, I have a personal opinion. I really find the issue so petty. Or if the issues. One, I find it a gap of good leadership or politics, because if politics is the art and science of managing society, most likely if the house is on fire, most likely the people that are on the top are not in charge.
Yeah.
Because if there is fire in my home, if everything is if there is a lot of trouble, it means I am responsible by default.
Okay.
So by default, the leadership is responsible for the unrest spanning close to 8 years now. So to me, I think
Speaking of the leadership, what do we mean? What do you mean the leadership? Are we
because
speaking
as a
about
leader-
government?
As a leader, you're supposed to be a team leader. You bring the teams together so they can do the work. So if you cannot bring these teams together, especially the exact ones, the direct ones that you're working with, the councillors, and you're the head of council, not head, but the chairman of the district, because the head of council maybe is the speaker.
The speaker,
hopefully.
yeah.
But as the chairman, you are supposed to preside over them And if with good leadership skills, you are supposed to work with each one of them with minimum cohesion.
Okay.
So if you fail to work with them and more than 50% of them, more than 60% of them, then it means there is something that is not right on the side of the leadership.
Okay.
I don't know what's not right. I don't want to guess. But to me, by default, there is something that is not right.
Okay.
Then the other issue, I think it's an issue of bad politics. Bad politics where you think, well, some people think that you have to bring someone down in order for you to climb
step up, yeah.
So I think that is unfortunately the politics in Africa. And it has been playing out so much, especially in Masindi,
Up to the
where
roots.
people who are hopefuls, who have a lot of ambition in certain spaces,
Okay.
they do whatever thing possible there is, want to discredit
Okay.
the leaders that are at the helm. That is my opinion. And in so doing, they cause unnecessary unrest. So I think that is also one thing that has caused the mishap to be sustained up there. Then the other one, I think, is an issue of ego. Who is who, especially for the young people. I think that's an issue so much for the young people. They want to, is it what, not superimpose, but they
Superiors
want
and
that superiority complex. That's, yeah. So by so doing, when you want to express your superiority so much that you want your leader to know that they are not the alpha and omega over you, and in so doing, then you cause unrest. I think that has been their ego. Others being egocentric, others being with that desire to have their egos fulfilled. Then I think the other issue that has caused unrest at the district, but also it plays out nationally, there are other interests. Interests from people who are strong and powerful,
Okay.
who want to use other people, and in so doing, we end up seeing bad politics at play.
Okay.
They want to cause people to knock their heads so they can get their whatever they
penetrate or
want.
thrive. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now you did mention about the leadership, the top leadership.
Yeah.
Of course, at the district, you realize that most of the people are actually in the NRM party.
That's right.
Where does it leave NRM? At the local government.
NRM, I have a mixed feeling that NRM is actually in charge.
In charge of the chaos?
In charge of the leadership
Okay.
as a party. Or if they do, they are not conscious about their party, about the party in leadership.
Okay.
Why? Because even right from the electorate, because I don't think they elect someone because of so much that they are from this party, but so much because of personal individual merit from my experience.
Okay.
So in so doing, I think the top leadership also, especially for the party, have not created good space to allow the NRM party operate as it should. For example, we would be seeing a lot of the mainstream political party, which has structures right to the grassroots. We would be seeing them at play, but they are quiet, they are mute, and they have no voice. For example, from the case of Masindi, it is chaired by Princess Kabakumba. She's nowhere. You cannot hear her say anything, unless you can hear Mayor as the elder come out. So meaning,
I don't know if I've seen. I don't know if I've seen Princess Kabakumba the previous year. Actually, the whole year in
You've
any
not seen
events
her.
politically.
You've not seen her physically, and she is the one in charge of governance in Masindi here, because it is her party that is in leadership.
Okay.
So by that, that's why I said, then your question was, where does it live? NRM.
Okay.
I think NRM, like many other parties, but especially NRM, has a lot to reflect on, to shift from electioneering to real leadership and management, especially party management. As far as I'm concerned, in case there was a problem, and unfortunately, and God forbid, that the number one goes, that party will be, that will be the end of. Going meaning, one naturally, then two going, getting out of the
system.
of the system. The politics.
Why that in
That
your
party
opinion?
will go with him. That party will go with him. And I think other parties, mine is National Economic Empowerment Dialogue. It's a new party. It's not, we are barely a year. We're not even a year. But we're trying to, whatever it takes, to set structures. Like I said, I am the regional
Coordinator.
And the issue is governor. That is how that position is. Then we are trying to build up amidst a course, a harsh environment, but also finances where you're constrained. But how I wish we had somewhere to look to. I wish there was something that would leaves that will be picking from NRM as far as good leadership is concerned. So to me, that is a pain.
Okay.
That is my pain that I wish NRM good. Why? Because we are here. And we shall be out of here. But even when we are gone, we need to have good politics. We need to have good and vibrant parties back.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, the Honorable Lennox. That has been quite insightful, more especially when you speak about the politics here back in Masindi. Let me get to Mayor. Mayor, Honorable did mention that the whole thing starts with leadership up there, and also picking it from the whole thing that maybe what I get from his opinion is you have not been mentored as NRM, the leaders, after the top leader.
Well, I agree with him. In principle,
Okay.
the NRM, as the ruling party, has not bothered itself on nurturing leadership. That is one. Disciplinary action is non-existent right from the top.
Okay.
That is one of the major weakness. You know, discipline plays a major role in the political management. And when there is no discipline, then there is no leadership. In Masindi, I think we tried our best by creating we need to even create a strong elders and opinion leaders forum, which is comprising of the elderly, the retired politicians, religious and cultural leaders, so that they can be able to guide. As you said, most of these havoc was created by the younger politicians who need to be nurtured and be guided.
Exactly.
So when we have a strong forum, elders and opinion leaders forum, it can help in creating sanity.
Okay.
Then
So that is it's something you bring in as a recommendation.
yes. Then strategizing, laying strategy of attracting both local and foreign investors. When you look at the development, our development, when you look, Masindi, when I was in office, was far ahead of Hoima.
Okay.
But currently, Hoima is about
In terms of-
Hoima is
in
now
terms of
about
what?
20 times better than Masindi.
Mayor, you've mentioned about when you're in office, Masindi was better than Hoima
Yeah.
in terms of what?
In terms of
population.
development.
Okay.
Yes.
Development. Okay.
Yeah. But now, since then, When I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but even if I did, I am right, because if I don't do it for myself, who shall blow it? Since then, there is a very little tangible development. We need to look at how do we attract the investors? Both, how do we empower our local investors? How do we attract the foreign investors into our community?
Okay.
And these, when they come, number one is to do the facelifting. Because any structure that is put there will give a facelift to our environment. Two is to establish, causing establishment of employment opportunities.
Okay.
So that the young ones, we have a lot of unemployed elites.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I like that, unemployed elites.
Yes.
They have gone to school, but they're unemployed.
They are unemployed.
So the story changes that unemployment is not just for those that are not elites.
Yeah. So we need to have, and how do you, because government cannot absorb all. When you look at countries like United States, almost more than 70% is employed by non-governmental functions. I mean, organizations. So when we have those investment, it will attract opportunities for employment.
Okay.
And two, it will also have an impact on the business. We shall have what we call the forward and backward linkage.
Okay.
Because now when we have like Kinyara, Kinyara is helping even the agro.
The mic up.
Yes. Many people are going to these agro shops. You buy some inputs because you want to do the farming. If we had, some of these things bring in the forward and backward linkage, in that people, the business outside will benefit from these business ventures, because what they need is not, they don't supply all they need.
Okay.
So people will have to buy them elsewhere. So that is also, then we also look at, when you look at the saga now that we are in, there is a political vacuum, a political leadership vacuum, which needs to be filled. And I think if you see any turbulence of any liquid in any container, the first thing is you pour it out.
Okay.
You pour it out before you put in a new one. Even the Bible is very clear that you cannot put the new wine when the old wine is still there. So we need to flush out this old wine. In order to,
I'm trying to internalize that.
Yes, in order to get out, to get rid of the turbulence.
Okay.
Yes, I think that one gives opportunities for the new brand. Then the fulfillment of presidential pledges.
Yeah.
The president made a lot of pledges, including one to me, but they are not fulfilled. This does not affect me only and my family. It even gives people lose faith and confidence.
You see, Mayor, sometimes
in the leadership, because if I promise something and you announce it publicly and you fail to fulfill it, it is not the beneficiary alone. Even the public will know that you are a liar.
Yeah.
So to build public confidence, we need to have this fulfilled.
Yeah.
Then the other is to emphasize on the bottom-top approach. Like most government programs and projects that have been coming in, they are designed from the top. And
you only get information
and they are enforced on you because you are impoverished.
Yeah, you're not part of the decision.
You are not part of the decision and the design.
More especially when it gets to design thinking.
Yes. So if we had a bottom-top approach of any government program,
okay,
so that the beneficiaries own it, other than people saying, we, the NRM, have brought this.
Who is we?
Who is we? And who demanded it? Any service must be demand-driven.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Then creating leadership for management other than for business. So many leaders have come in for business other than management.
Okay.
So instead, in other words, what I mean is we have very few leaders who are there for service. Most of them, instead of being there for service, they are there for survival.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Every
right.
leader will tell you, now you are coming, how do I survive here? That's why you see people embezzling, people fighting. When you ask yourself, why are people fighting in the councils?
Okay.
The problem is they are not going to offer service, but they are looking for survival.
Survival. Okay.
Yeah. So the other one is opposition. We need opposition to be very objective, other than the consistent objection. You know, they must be objective instead of this consistent objection of development goals. What do you have?
Of the everyday things that we know.
What are you offering?
Okay. The alternatives.
Yeah, the alternatives. But every time you are in objection of the development goals, what is the alternative? What are you offering? What should we take? What is your take? If you are saying this or no, then what is the yes? Then lastly, I think we need the voter education to be given a priority. The messes that we are in now are a result of poor, non-existent voter education. Somebody will vote somebody because he has given money and bought alcohol. But he will not vote somebody because somebody had a substance to push the place or his area for development. That's why we are having only the rich in politics.
Okay.
And they cannot they are poor leaders. They don't have leadership skills, but because they have money, they come and they blindfold the population and they are given votes. The good leaders always remain because they don't have the money
maybe the question would
to corrupt
be
the voters.
Yeah, maybe the question would be, you see, when they put you in power and then you're not rich enough, maybe the whole thing will be you're serving your own interests even before you serve the general public.
Now,
that could be the technique there.
What is causing this corruption?
All right, now, Mayor, we're going to go to what is causing the corruption.
I want to answer that one first.
Okay.
If I know, let me give you, for example, a mayor earns around 1.2
per month.
Per month. When you deduct taxes, you go around 800. In a year, that is around
800 times 12.
That is about 9.6 M. For 5 years, that is around 48 million or 50. But in the campaign,
you invest more.
You invest 200 million. Now, where are you going to get the rest?
Okay.
Where are you going to get the rest? That's why you are seeing now some leaders are jumping out of these low-earning political offices to better-earning offices. Somebody will say, no, I'm not going to be a councillor. I'm not going to be a chairman 5. Now I want to be an MP.
Okay.
Because here a chairman is earning 2 million. An MP is earning 45 million. So that's why you see people are now jumping. That is a very good example that people are looking for, not service but survival.
Okay.
Yes, and that's why people are getting corrupt because somebody wants to must have his money or her money back.
All right.
With profit, with interest.
Okay, with profit and interest. All right. Thank you so much, Mayor. We're going to be going for a commercial break, and then return. I'll be going to the Honorable Lennox, and we're going to be speaking of the MK wave because it is something that you brought up. More especially, I like the fact that you tagged it a wave because most of us have been thinking now this is something serious, but Honorable Lennox will be taking us through the MK wave. Our viewers, we're going to be returning. All right, welcome back from that commercial break. My name is Elijah Kelvin Murungi, and this is the platform where expression is guaranteed. We're still continuing with our conversation, and we're looking at the 2023 political arena and the things that made major highlights during that particular year. All right, so Mr. Lennox, we did mention that we're going to be starting with the wave. The MK wave. Mayor brands it as a wave. What is it in your opinion?
It is truly a wave.
So you quote with him?
I do, in one way or the other.
Okay.
I must confess, honestly, that driven by the issue of age and probably generation,
Okay.
I was so much hopeful in that wave.
Okay.
Why? Because General Mohozi is about my age, so it's about my bracket.
Oh.
So that means that is our time, that is our generation.
So let me ask, when he calls himself a youth,
Yes.
how true is that?
Youth is it is a feeling to be youthful.
Oh.
It is a feeling.
It's no longer about age.
Oh, yeah, true, and it is relative. But of course, politically, you must find a way you connect. Yeah, legally, probably he's close to 50, so he cannot be a young person, a youth. But in the way he lives, all of us will agree that this man is a youth. He is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was hopeful until I am still waiting. But meanwhile, as I wait, I am in need. Why? Because I am in need because of the issues. I say there are issues. These people address issues, real issues. But I am yet to know what issues are in that wave. The wave is now, it's our time.
So
issues.
Honorable Lennox, you agree that they address real issues?
At need.
Oh, at need, not at MK.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is still confuses me because I think they would want to take over from General Museveni, who is the chairman.
They are the alternative, actually.
They can't be the alternative. They cannot be the alternative.
They brand themselves the alternative.
Yes, but by what they say and what they probably are doing, they cause a contradiction. Why? Because MK, the principal, has no soft words for NRM. In any case, he has no kind words.
Yeah,
for NRM.
that's right.
And he doesn't seem to be with goodwill for NRM. So can I say that he's picking up from the father, or is a continuation? Probably
It's
it is
confusing.
it is confusing. But like any other new thing, any other new thing will come with new things,
Okay.
good and bad. So in one way or the other, I pray that the wave goes on as long as it is for the good. It will probably, it is good because I have seen it, this wave, put in check the people that are there that were probably not questionable anywhere. They wouldn't listen to the dissenting voice from the opposition, but now here comes opposition from within. I call this, actually that Mohozi wave is opposition from within, in my opinion. Why?
I'm very much interested why it seems to be a wave.
It is a wave because it is coming, it is not formal, it is not legal, and it is not legal. And every tenet about it would say this is an illegal thing.
Let's speak it from what we used to have as people power, which currently could be the National Unity Platform. Yes. Yeah, initially that is the same thing that people used to say it is a wave. Actually, even the president himself did mention it is a wave. But currently we are saying it is one of the biggest, not just one of the biggest, but the biggest opposition party.
Because it reincarnated, it took shape into a political party.
Later.
Before, when it was people power, it was a wave because it was not registered. It was not, it didn't have shape. It was just a wave.
Okay.
But when they they evolved into a political party, then they took shape.
So in your
Same way-
opinion, the wave is just because it's
Same
not
way this is
registered?
the wave, if probably they register a political party,
For it to
or
be
they
formal?
formally get an agreement and a working agreement with movement, then they can transit from being a wave into something that has shape, political shape.
All right.
But for now, it is a wave, and I can say, for now, it is good.
Okay.
They
All
can
right.
continue.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Lennox. Our viewers, our time is fast spent, but I will cross to you, Mayor. Two things. The very first thing is we need to understand why you would brand the MK movement a wave, but also just a little bit. Anyway, the other one will again be another conversation than Norbert Mao and.
Yeah, it is a wave because it started without formal structures.
Okay.
That is one. It's not a party. It's not a registered party. It's not anything. It was like a boisterous wind on the sea. Now, if you ask yourself, MK, is it registered? Is it a party?
MK, which is just initials of a name.
Yes. Is it it was just, is it a forum? So it was just a wave. No office.
But they actually
no principles.
You cannot say it is not. It does have some structures because it has a national leader. Then before you know it, they have how do they call regional leaders? They have chairpersons of A, B, C, D, and D. So the structures are there.
No, when you talk of structures, we mean sworn-in leaders. Now, if I appoint you today and say you go and take over the management of my chicken,
without an appointment.
Yes, you are not a manager because by managing it without principles, you are not a manager. Yes, so that's why we are saying it was just a wave. And as I said, the young people, it was especially a wave of the young people. Moses is not young because by the time he was about 48, and now I think he's getting to 50. But he, as my colleague said, there is a saying that a man is old as he feels, and a woman is old, and the woman is old as she looks. So if you look 15, you are 15. If you look 50, even if you are 20, it's upon you. So that's why you see women trying to make sure they look younger, because it is their looking that it describes them. But for a man, it is your feeling. At 70, you decide to marry a 19-year-old girl, nobody says no. So that is
as long as you have the capacity.
Yeah. So I see the MK wave. There are some things that we look at the emergence of the opportunists. Yes, most new things attract a lot of opportunists.
Okay.
Yes, who think they have been suppressed the other end, so they can. They
are getting glory.
Yes, they can now get out and get glory from this end. So we see the emergence of most of the people that were coming in, as you are saying, regional leaders, those are opportunists. Very good opportunists known in this country.
You spoke about the people that are looking for survival.
Yes.
MK
looking for MK himself is not an opportunist.
I'm talking about the people within.
Yeah.
Are they looking for survival?
Of course. Because they knew you were dishing out a lot of money. They want to be associated with the son of the president. They want to get into a new thing and be called vice president, be called regional leaders, be called so and so, because they cannot attain it the other end. So they were looking for...
the other end, it's full house.
Yes. Then we see also a signal of desire for change. Within the NRM circles.
So we cannot just take it for granted.
Yes. The people, most of the people that were involved were showing the president. I think that's why he also allowed it for a certain period of time to study. This was a real signal that people are desiring for a change within the NRM circles, which they have always wanted, but there is no route. So they think now that this is his son, probably we can have a change within the NRM circles. But
So it is just because, in your opinion, is it based on sun or based on the real cause of change?
well, it would on the other hand be also monarchical. I don't know, but we can leave it to that. I don't want to be quoted. Yeah, but again, the other issue is some other observation that this was like a kind of transition from democracy to military leadership. Why? Because MK has not retired from the forces.
Okay. But he shows political interest.
Yes. He has never been in any political organization. Even in the NRM, he has never been there. He's not mentioned, he's not appearing anywhere in the NRM structures. So it was likened as a transition from democracy to military government. When a military man in uniform enters into the political circles without clear identification, without clear belonging, now he comes in. That was like a kind of coup. It was a coup.
Okay.
It was a silent coup, bloodless silent coup. Because how would a military man who has not retired, who doesn't belong to any party, who has not gone through any political structure, comes in and now he wants to take over? That is transition from democracy to militarization. So I think that's why the state was watching. People were watching. And the president himself was watching. Whether it was pre-planned and whether he had consent, we don't know. But that was an ambush. It was a coup taking over democracy, people's power, people's democracy into militarization. Because now, tell me, if Muhoozi came and declared himself a president, what party does he belong in?
It is hard to answer.
No. So that was that's why I called it a wave. So
we just have about 2 years, 2 years to the real politics. We can watch the space in the 2 years. Maybe they will throw on us a surprise, just like NUP.
He could have used this wave as a litmus. You know, in chemistry we have litmus paper to test the alkalinity or the acidity. Wanted to know the ground, and probably even the father wanted to know if I'm to retire from the chair, does my son has support? And he realized that probably there is kind of support from the youth.
But you see, at some point you realize that the youth,
and the other end was to
they are giving the youth what they want, because if you've looked at, maybe we can make sense of the events that have happened. For example, people will go for free alcohol, free food, free dance, and that is what the young people.
And that was, I think,
who are the voters, by the way?
If it was not an attack on democracy, it was a plan to destroy the backbone of NUP. You know, NUP is majorly youth.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
So this could have been a plan to destroy this MK coming in.
With the same thing, but now improving
it. Most of the youth that were for MK were the same youth in Kyagulanyi's camp. So I think Muzeyi could have wanted to test. Because, you know, Kyagulanyi was a threat in the past election. Now, if you let him go on that temperature, he might raise the temperature higher than the original. So you break the backbone by that.
Okay, Mayor, our time is really fast spent, and we're supposed to be going for the next show. And maybe your last bit of this, we can have this other conversation in the next episode. Yeah, your last bit for our viewers.
Well, our viewers, basically, I want to thank you for supporting this program. And I didn't mention it. that it is people's demand
Yeah.
that I should be back
Exactly.
in the chair.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I'm coming back. I'm not going to the district. The district I'm leaving it
Maybe
for
let's rephrase that. It is
Yes.
what?
I'm
It is people's
demand. Yes, because they compare my past services with the current, and they see me still alive. Still see me very useful, and I will offer myself.
Okay.
Although I will not give money, because I'm not coming in to buy, to corrupt, to give money to any voter.
You're coming clean.
Clean. If you want to vote me, you vote me on merit, not because I've given money.
Okay.
Because even if you vote me and don't vote me, I can still live. I have tested the life after
of
office,
voting and
I have lived very peacefully. So I'm
Okay.
just coming to offer service,
Yeah.
not for survival.
All right. Thank you so much, the Mayor. Let me get to the Honorable Lennox. Lennox, it has been good to have you for the first time actually on
you.
the platform.
Yes.
Yeah, at least Mayor has been here, I think, for about 3 times. Yeah, Lennox, your last word to.
Yeah, thank you so much, Elkem TV. I actually follow.
Okay,
I'm
thank
on
you.
most platforms, so I do follow. And the content is good, and the people, the panels are always good.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah, I want, sorry, I want to follow the advice of my elder that it's time for the old tax to exit and have the new tax come in. I want to rate myself as an old tax in this regard.
But you see, when Mayor
So I
wants
want
to come back, and yet he's the same person who says, let us have the new. But anyway,
I don't-
mention
I don't-
it's demand. Demand.
I don't want to say that it's
But
contradicting.
Mayor, your time was.
When I say a new brand, I've not been in office for 10 years.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yes, so
But it
when
looks
you
like
look at
just
this, when
yesterday.
you look at this content in this bottle, if you pour it out in the other glass, put in another one here. When this one becomes turbulent, you pour it out and then return
Bring-
the other one.
Anyhow,
Okay.
I really feel I need to quit politics.
You need to quit
I
politics?
do need to quit politics.
Okay.
And my plan is
that-
to be so much into culture. I'm a cultural practitioner. I need to be quoted right. I'm not I'm a pastor. So this good culture, issues concerning the king. Actually, I'll be more into our kingdom issues than the politics.
Okay.
But I also, by default, I am an opinion leader because I've been there and I am here. I've seen days.
Okay.
So my voice will be coming through as an opinion leader, but not an active politician.
Okay.
I am saying this in camera,
camera,
because I know people are hearing, they are watching.
You see, we are waiting to see how the 2026 ballot looks like, and these are the same things we are going to be using to
rate
put out
us,
there.
And you'll be throwing back these. Yeah, but I'll be very active supporting other people. Yes, I'll be very active supporting people because I believe we do not have to be silent about the politics because it determines whatever going on.
Yeah.
And whatever
Maybe
goes
for
around.
clarity, will you be standing in 2026?
No. For clarity, no.
Okay.
I'll be into Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom
Okay.
issues, either invited or created. I'll be into that.
What if the people demand that you should come?
I will not.
Okay, that is quite loud and clear.
I won't. I won't unless maybe it is not 2026.
Okay.
Unless it is much later and the things have changed and now they have regard for old people and I'll be old enough. Then there I can offer my services when I'm old enough and retiring almost.
I'm only thinking about which things have to change so that you can be in position
This
to
wave
come
of-
back and
this wave
stand.
of young people against the old. You know,
Okay.
there's a lot of animosity. One of these days I realize.
The young against the elders.
Exactly. Which
Right.
is very wrong and people should desist from that because
Okay.
ezitalimu abakuru tizoona. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, the Honorable. Okay, now Honorable is now being cut. I'm going to put it always the Honorable. maybe I will start now to bring back the other brand of Apostle Lennox.
We are reserving
Mugume.
him for a medal.
Oh, okay.
We are reserving him for a medal.
We need to have that conversation. Actually, one of these days, May, I'm supposed to have you on our TV show. It's called Untold Story.
Yes.
We get to have the details of the people that have been here and are still here. We get to talk about their life. How did they get here? What things they've done. And Lennox, you cannot miss that one, because being in two districts at the same time and standing in two districts at the same time,
Yeah, we
that
have
is
seen
quite
the city of Guaros crossing from this end to the other, and then winning elections.
okay.
What's wrong with coming from Masim to Hoima and then from Hoima to Masim?
It
What
is.
he's offering is leadership. Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much, our viewers that have been watching us live on Elkem TV. This has been the platform, of course, where expression is guaranteed. Catch us next week on Thursday, on Friday, 2 p.m. up to 3 p.m. Have a very good evening.
Welcome to Urban Massage Parlor and Spa. Dear customers, we are now open.
Massage is the practice of kneading